round of ZRC GT3 Championship. My name is Stephen Koenig, and joining in the commentary box for the AM side, we've got Anushka Buerta. Anushka, welcome to Spa, and welcome to seeing Eau Rouge. We were actually looking at a couple of incidents that were happening at Eau Rouge not so long ago, but qualifying is happening at the circuit. The guys are all putting in a huge amount of effort. How are you feeling? You've flown to the other side of the globe and now sitting in Belgium.
Yeah, it's far away from home. I hope the guys have fun tonight.
I think everyone's going to have an absolute blast. So we've got a couple of things happening in the championship, and let's actually start off with our AMs, where Wilfred Robertson's leading in the championship. Sava Savov is in second place. Conrad Martin in third. Chris Stoltz is in fourth place, and then you have got a tied up between Viertia Buerta and Hansi Myberg. So that's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on what Hansi Myberg can do versus Viertia Buerta. Moving on to our pros, Kieran Patterson leading out the charge with Carl de Wit in second place, Essie Estes in third place, Darren Miller in fourth place. Not as close of a championship compared to the Pro-Ams, but I think we're in for a great bit of fun. I know you were having a bit of a chat with Viertia just to get a bit of encouraging words to him, saying, listen, let's make this work, let's see how it goes. Does he look ready for tonight's race?
Yes, he seems ready.
Absolutely awesome to see. All right, so we're going to be moving on to the racing at hand. For anyone out there, head over to Anushka's live stream and be a part of all the amazing effort that's going on there. Once again, Anushka, thank you so much for joining and being a part of it and going and live streaming all the action right here at Zodiac Racing for round 6 of the championship.
straight line. Give it all you got. now closed. Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push. The leader has finished the race.
And happy Valentine's Day. I was very inappropriate to not even say that on air, so I do apologize for not saying happy Valentine's Day. And I gotta say, our race in the pros was rather exciting. How was yours in the Pro-Am?
It was a good one. Also very exciting.
It was absolutely incredible. I was really pushing themselves through to the top order and really giving. We've lost a couple of drivers during the course of our race due to technical difficulties in the Pro, but ultimately having the likes of Johan Bago Krubler fighting it out to take his win, and the ZRC coming across the line. And I did kind of, and this is between you and me, I did kind of pull a sneaky and say that Carl should actually hit the throttle to get ahead of Johan van der Merwe. They were doing formation flying, but Carl's second in the championship. Am I wrong for saying, every advantage counts?
No, no, racing is racing.
Okay, fair enough. I'm glad I'm not the only one in this, but let's actually bring our drivers in. Let's start with our third place, Caldervit from our pros, coming into the commentary box. Caldervit, welcome to the commentary box. Third place is a brilliant score, formation flying at the end. I thought that you were going to hit the throttle just to score a couple of extra points for the championship. It looks like you played it fair, you played it nice. How are you feeling with that third place? It was a proper run for you out there.
No, look, it was an awesome race. Well done to the guys out there. Yeah, Johan had the pace on me today. It would have been nice to get those extra points at the end, but no, he deserves it, so there's no taking that from him.
And now you're second in the championship. Kieran Patterson was not at the circuit this evening. And unfortunately, we had the likes of De Villiers having a disconnect. That helped you move up through the order. What's the plan going in for the championship for next week?
Yeah, just practice for now. I know that Imola isn't the McLaren's best track, so it's going to be a tough one there. So for me, it's just surviving next week, and then on to Valencia. That's where the McLaren can spread its wings. So that's going to be interesting. And I don't know where I am in the championship, if I pass Patterson or not, but I'm sure he will be back in full force next week for some awesome racing again.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one for the books, and especially taking it down to the wire. Now, like in usual fashion, we love to hand over the mic to, if you want to say a few words to your competitors out there, and also if you wish to go and wish anyone well, especially on this Valentine's Day. I mean, we got to share a bit of the love. Hey, Carl?
No, I agree with that. Firstly, thanks to my beautiful fiance. We had a lovely quick lunch before the race. Thanks for letting me race as well. And then to the whole team, Yuan, Essie, everyone else in the AMPs as well. Well done. Proud of you guys. Just keep working hard at it. And Steven, to you and Anushka, thanks so much for hosting the race. We really appreciate it from our side. And see you next week.
Thank you very much, Carl. Yeah, well done on your win and, well, on your third place, and look forward to seeing how the championship shakes out towards the end. Moving on to our second place for our pros, we're going to bring in Johan van der Merwe. Mr. van der Merwe, welcome to the commentary box. Glad to have a chat with you. And gotta say, risky move, putting a lot of trust in your team to not pip you at the line, despite the little bit of formation flying. Second place, though. How are you feeling with that, taking home some valuable points for your championship?
Oh, thanks, Stephen. I'm quite surprised, actually. Normally, my tires don't last at all on Spa, so to get the full race without changing tires, for me, is a plus point in any case. But yeah, AC called for a photo finish, and obviously we're running the Valentine's Day livery, so we try to make the best of it.
So I had to listen to the third boss. Your first boss is the missus. Your second boss is the pets, and then your third boss would be Essie, but he's on the same he's on the same payroll as you. So, you know, that's about that. If I'm right in saying.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, big thanks to my missus for letting me race tonight. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. But yeah, it was a very eventful race. I was waiting for things to happen with Daniel, Bago, and Carl in front, but they just stick to their lines. Daniel made a mistake. Unfortunately, I think he disconnected.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lag spike took him out of the running, and well, as we know, that can pretty much knock the confidence a little bit. But he was helping out his teammate at least, which is always great to see from the PWSR. Despite everything, they're still backing each other up.
Yeah.
Well, just taking a look, Chantel for you and saying. A happy Valentine's Day to you. And with that being said, I don't want to keep you away from her for too long. From your side, is there anything you would like to say on this very special occasion of Valentine's Day?
Yeah, again, just happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Special thanks to my wife again for letting me race this evening. And big thanks to all the sponsors, Stinger ACC Server Manager, MSA for the big events that we can hold with their name, especially ZRC, everyone in the team. It was a very, very good race and a great season so far. Yeah, that's about it.
Season 1 nearly done, and we move next week to Imola. Thank you very much, Jan, for the chat, and we look forward to chatting to you come next week.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Anushka. Cheers, cheers.
All right, moving in to first of our pros and our final of our pros, Bego Krobler, also known as Johan Krobler. Welcome to the commentary box. First place, but after a very hard-fought fight against a Porsche for through majority of the race, you had to duke it out with Daniel the Hitman de Villiers, and I'm sure a little bit worn out after that one because Spa is no easy circuit and is not very forgiving when you get it wrong.
Yeah, it was obviously lucky to get a win. Sucks that Eskom, didn't give us a nice big grid tonight, but it is what it is. But yeah, Daniel did a good move on lap 1, so I had to get past him again. And from there, sort of, I was hoping that the other guys were running light. David in particular, because he looked quite fast. I had a suspicion he was running light because his braking performance was, I don't know, it just looked like a lighter car. And so I was quite happy to see him fit when he did. And yeah, overcut seemed to work quite nicely. And then last few laps just stayed out of trouble.
Absolutely incredible stuff. I mean, this is a win. This is great for your championship. You were coming into the into this race 6th place in the championship. Now scoring a win does help. But you're also going to be representing South Africa in the Africa Esports Cup, the first ever one that's happening this weekend. Does this momentum of getting a win with ZRC GT3 Championship hold in positive stead of, well, if you can crack it here tonight, you can crack it over the weekend?
Yeah, look, I think it doesn't hurt, obviously. Looking at the grading times in the entry list, there's obviously some very, very strong competition in the Africa Esports Cup race on the weekend. But at the same time, looking at the grading times and knowing what I have sort of left to give, I'm feeling like there could be some good racing over the weekend. Obviously somebody like Jordan he's world class, so it's going to be nice to be on the track with him again. And then we'll see how far up the grid we can get on the weekend. But I'm hoping to do fairly well.
Well, I think anything can happen, and much like tonight, we've seen motorsport becoming a bit of a anything can happen and can be absolutely merciless against you, or it can work out in your favor. Being Valentine's Day, Bego, is there anything you want to give a shout out to? Any people that you would like to give a shout out to for Valentine's Day right here at the ZRC GT3 Championship round 6, as we will be moving into Imola next week?
Yeah, just to the guys that couldn't make it due to Valentine's Day, condolences. And and just a special thanks to my wife, who's always very understanding and supportive of the racing. And we'll be doing our date night tomorrow. So, looking very much forward to that. And thanks for always having my back in the support.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Our loved ones making a huge difference, especially when we're going racing here. But at least you can say, look, I'm fighting for a championship at the end of the year. So, got to put it the best leg forward. And I'll make sure to bring a cup of coffee in the bed. Am I correct?
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much, Johan Krobler, aka Bego Krobler, who won our pros this evening. Well done, Bego, and thank you once again for joining us.
Thanks, Stephen. Cheers.
Anushka, we're going to bring in second place of our pro-ams that you were watching, and let's bring in Sava. Sava, welcome to the commentary box. It's becoming more and more often that we get to see you here. Happy Valentine's Day. You've managed to twist the arms to eventually get here. Second place in the race. How are you feeling with that one?
Pretty happy about it. That was quite tough managing the tires, but from the beginning just said be consistent and we'll get the results.
And I mean, Spa is one of these circuits that if you mention Eau Rouge, it brings a shudder down a person's spine. How is it approaching the corner, Eau Rouge, looking at that hill with the entire field all hungry for positions? You need to try and go for passes, and you've got a field of 17 cars all just right behind you that want that very same tarmac. How does it go through your head when you look at it?
Well, you firstly don't think. You just completely clear your mind. You close your eyes and you pray.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But you've also got to make sure to turn the steering wheel. It is a corner. You can't quite straight line it.
Almost, yeah.
Well, Sav, with the Valentine's Day being around, what would you like to say to all the spectators out there and to any of the drivers or even loved ones for this Valentine's Day right here at the ZRC GT3 Championship?
Well, of course, I gotta say to my lovely wife, happy Valentine's Day, and I love you. She's obviously my biggest supporter. Yeah. And happy Valentine's Day to all the Valentines everywhere.
Absolutely awesome stuff. We look forward to seeing what you can do come round 7 at Imola next week. A very difficult circuit where you've got to pull the rabbit out of the hat. Apparently not the McLaren's strongest circuit, I believe.
No, but we'll try to pull something out of a hat.
Why not?
Yeah.
But first thing you need to do is go make a cup of coffee for the missus, because I think she needs that one.
I think so too.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Anushka.
For all the racing. Awesome. All right. And Anushka, we're going to bring in our first place of our AMs, and that is Crystals coming into the commentary box. Chris, welcome back to the commentary box. Once again, another win under the belt that's going in. You've been keeping yourself at the top of the charts. How are you feeling after that race?
Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, it was great. Honestly, the race didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Struggling a lot with the pace in the car, but I guess it was the same for everyone. So just happy that it had a clean start and consistent pace, and was able to finish in first.
Well, I mean, pulling out the win is never a bad thing. You don't have to sound too down on that. I mean, you've had some seriously fierce competition right behind you that was pushing you all the way. But that being said, you had Sava, who is running second in the championship. You running fourth in the championship. You getting a win tonight does add 50 points over the likes of Conrad Martin and Wilfred Robinson. So that can move you up into the stages of looking of second in the championship with only 2 rounds. Well, with 2 rounds to go. What's the game plan here? It's make it or break it for season 1. And I'm sure the last thing you want to do is, well, choke right at the end. You want to walk home with the win and saying, I took the win for the debut season.
Yeah, no, for sure, Stephen. I mean, at first it seemed a bit far-fetched, but after 3 wins in a row now, it's looking like a possibility. But that also adds a bit of pressure. You start believing that it's possible, and you know that you can't afford any mistakes. Before, you could kind of just push as hard as you'd like and just hope for the best. But now that we're coming towards the end and it's starting to get a bit closer, you definitely have to be a bit more cautious. Sava was definitely pushing me a lot, had a lot of pace. So yeah, I hope we can just take that pace through to Imola and see what we can do there.
Absolutely tremendous stuff. Well, I want to say thank you very much for joining us this evening. And since it is Valentine's Day, is there anyone that you want to go and say thank you to, or happy Valentine's Day to? You also allowed to add a bit of spice. I mean, your competitors have told you they're coming for you, and you're in the top, you're right in their sights. So The microphone is yours. Keep it PG-13 though.
Thanks, Stephen. I just want to give it a shout out to Michaela, my girlfriend. She's over here. She was my pit strategist for the race at one point, so that was great. And happy Valentine's Day to you, love. And then also to my friends who was watching the stream and supporting me. And then as for the other competitors, I know they'll bring their best to Imola, and I hope to take the fight to them. I'm keeping an eye on Sava, so yeah.
Okay, so your strategist needs a pay rise, just FYI. She's got a couple of wins on you now, so there's a pay rise that's needed.
Yeah, no, sure. I think I'm gonna go give her some chocolates and a cuddle, and then it's all good, eh?
Anushka, am I right here that maybe chocolates and cuddles doesn't quite suffice? Maybe start adding a couple of zeros on the back of a number one. Do you think that might actually help the strategy a bit more? I don't know, Anushka, from your perspective, do you think that's the better way of doing it?
Yeah, it should be. I'd suggest maybe a foot rub or massage.
Okay,
And
no,
And Chris, remember, she's been listening to this entire live stream, so we've walked you into that one.
Yeah, you guys have kind of
buddy?
taken me into. You guys have put me in front of the bus here. Now I've got debts to pay.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Congratulations on your win and putting another one under the belt. Always glad to have you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Anushka, that does bring us to our end of our show. And with coming up, we have Imola for round 7. Exciting times coming through. I mean, we're getting to the end of this championship here. A very interesting road that's taken everyone by storm to ensure that they can claw their way up to victory. I mean, I'm excited to see the end of this whole thing. For season 1, a story that was at one point, you and I didn't even know each other. Now we're getting to work with one another and we're getting to see champions for season 1. What's your thoughts to this heading into round 7 at Imola next week?
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's nice to see how close the racing is. Like tonight again, the points have made a difference, so next week is exciting.
It's going to be a great one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the bell notification icon. Leave a like as well on the video. It's great for the algorithm as we grow the channel, looking to get to that 500 subscriber mark. And we would like to say thank you from the commentary side to our sponsors, Stinger, and also ACC GT Server Manager being a part of it, and also partnering up with the likes of MSA to make this a official accredited championship for 2024. I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone and all our spectators, families, and everyone at home watching us in the past or in the present. We'd also like to say a happy Valentine's Day from Anushka Buerta and myself, Stephen Koenig. And like always, we'll see you next time right here at ZRC for some amazing racing for the GT3 Championship next week. And like always, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night, everybody.